Hey everybody, this is the second in a 9-part series of strategy guides for the bosses in the 3 DLCs of Dark Souls 2. Today I'll be talking about Sinh, the Slumbering Dragon, the second required boss in the Crown of the Sunken King DLC. I'll be fighting him at Bonfire Intensity 2 in the Company of Champions Covenant, which is roughly equivalent to New Game Plus 2. Sinh is located immediately after the Alana boss fight, next to the Sanctum Nadir bonfire. Let's talk equipment. Compared to the Alana boss fight, equipment is much less important. You'll want to stay fairly light so that you can dodge roll and keep up with Sinh. Otherwise, use whatever weapon, armor, and rings you're most comfortable with. One quick note, the strategy in this video calls for you to attack Sinh's head and neck. These areas are not armored, so they don't quickly degrade your equipment if you hit them. In contrast, attacking the rest of his body, such as his legs or tail, will degrade your equipment very quickly. If you do end up hitting his body a lot, you can bring along some repair powder, equip the bracing knuckle ring, or equip a high durability weapon as mitigation. Let's talk movesets. Sinh has 4 kinds of physical attacks. First, he can charge and swing his neck at you. This is straightforward to dodge and can safely be punished. Second, he can snap at you with his neck. This is quick and tough to dodge, so avoid getting this close to him. Third, he can swipe at you with his front claws. The hitbox on this is hard to gauge. Avoid getting close enough to him that he can hit you with this. Finally, if you're attacking his tail or legs, he can do a spinning swipe that is very tough to dodge. Cutting off Sinh's tail does not give you an item, so simply avoid positioning yourself behind him. Sinh has 3 on-the-ground fire breath attacks. One shoots out directly in front of him, the second sweeps from left to right. Both are well telegraphed. Always dodge toward the left of his head and begin attacking immediately. Sinh's 3rd fire breath attack shoots directly at his feet. He typically uses this when you're attacking his tail or legs. If you're following this guide, this situation will rarely occur. If you see him do this, just keep your distance because the hitbox on this move is hard to gauge. Sinh has a number of flying attacks. He can shoot firebombs at the ground, which leave behind a toxic cloud. Keep your distance from the telltale green smoke. Sinh will also charge at you, either just with his claws or accompanied with a fire breath attack. All of these attacks can be safely rolled through, although the timing is very tricky. Alright, let's talk strategy. The key to this fight is positioning. Anytime you find yourself needing to block or use invincibility frames, you're out of position and in danger. When Sinh is in the air, you always want to be underneath him. As soon as you see him flying away, run toward him. Keep him in your sights and stay underneath him. The goal is to be as close as you can be without being so close that his dropping to the ground would hit you. When Sinh is on the ground, stay in front of him. Stay far enough away that you're out of range of his claw swipe and biting attacks, but close enough to bait his fire breath. If he charges you, calmly walk backward and roll at the end of his neck swipe. The goal is to roll out of the way. If you're so close that you're using invincibility frames, you're out of position. When he's done with his neck swipe, you can safely get a free hit on his head. If Sinh uses either of his forward fire breathing attacks, dodge forward and to the left and attack his neck a couple times. Then roll back into position. Here's a full, uncut, successful run. Alright, that's it. Thank you everybody for watching. Please feel free to share, subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Your guys' feedback is super appreciated and really helpful. Thanks, and see you next time.